Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Seth Curry has solidified his place in the league. He says, I've just embraced my role no matter where I've been. Growing up with a pops who played 16 years in the NBA and who was never a starter, I looked up to him just as much, if not more, than the All-Stars. I wanted to have a long career just like him. Kevin?
On his way, for sure. David, thanks. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine on the wings. DeRozan out there with Vucevic, and it's Ball in at point guard. And for Broklyn, Johnson is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Bridges, and it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Now here's Dinwiddie. Now the pass to O'Neal. Bridges outside. It's stolen by DeRozan. Pass to Levine. Shoots over Johnson. Misses off the right iron. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And you know, last year, not a huge talent discrepancy between these teams, but they still managed to win every game in the season series.
And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Zach LaVine wants to score it, and if you play with contact, he has no problem embracing that.
First trip to the line for him here.
At the line with 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Zach LaVine entered the league as an elite athlete and with instincts to score the basketball. But what you love is this guy wants to contribute to winning, and you see that by his willingness to compete on the defensive end.
And so he makes both from the line.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Levine against Thomas. Over Levine. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bulls lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Time to make some noise for your Broklyn.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
Now the Bulls with it. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. So for Chicago right now, White and Levine on the wing. Vucevic is out there with DeRozan. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. Now here's Levine. Shot clock at 6. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Levine. DeRozan's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nets passing it around. Pass to Bridges. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
And you love seeing that great mobile 1 drive a second time.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Simmons. And there's the pass to Claxton. Johnson with it. Here's Dinwiddie. Misses the three. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's the Bulls. They lead by 3. Live from Brookline, New York, you're watching 2K Sports.
Fans, your next team.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They led by 2 after the first. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. Kenny, your thoughts on how the Bulls are playing?
The road can be unfriendly. They've clearly risen to the top. They're shrugging off the chants from the fans. Defense, all of that's no. They're playing their focus, and they're getting to work. They're playing with a lot of confidence.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, their paint presence was non-existent. They haven't put any pressure on the defense in terms of attacking the cup. It's simple. You want to be successful in this league, you can't be a one-dimensional jump shooting team.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Your next.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've got Bridges. O'Neal is out there with Cameron Johnson. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half. Now here's White. Shoots over Bridges. White, good. White's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bulls.
The nasty handles of White, just so gifted at putting on a show with moves like that.
Pass to Bridges. It's up a 3. No good. And the Bulls going the other way now. DeRozan with it. He's picked up by O'Neal.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Dinwiddie. And another shot. And the layup is good.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Here's DeRozan with 1 on the clock.
Nikola Vucevic has averaged double-digit rebounds for the vast majority of his career. You want him to get to work on the offensive end? No problem.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Bulls lead by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Brookline. It's a 5-point game. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Williams all out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. Now a timeout call by Brookline. They're trailing by 5. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game. Fellas?
Thank you, David. Clock is at 3. Can't connect from long distance.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Team second. Shooting for Chicago. Lonzo Ball. Shooting 2.
gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Timeout called, the Nets. They trail by 7. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Nets Youth Nets team.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight, and he commits the intentional foul.
Third team foul. Shooting for Chicago. Lonzo Ball. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Simmons. Johnson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Bridges in for Thomas. Chicago also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Andre Drummond. Dean comes in for Patrick Williams. And it's White in for Alex Caruso. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Shooting for Chicago. Zach LaVine. Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And the Nets with possession here.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Here's DeRozan. And so it's Chicago winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Zach. Some big baskets for you down the stretch. What's it like when you have the ball in your hands in those moments?
Oh, it was great. I'm not scared to take or miss any shot, and I'll go down there swinging every time.
Well, you connected at the right times tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.